Good morning. We ran out of breakfast. I had no idea how much to make, but there'll be other samples for the ones that didn't get breakfast.
No problem.
Okay. So good morning. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Cara. I'm going to do a couple raw dishes. And since diet is one of the root of most diseases, it's also a foundation to heal and maintain health. So that's why I am a firm believer of raw foods. Raw foods is foods that have not been destroyed by heat, and it's food that still has its life force. For example, if you put a cooked apple into the ground, this is one of my favorite thing that Marcus says, if you put a cooked apple into the ground, you get nothing. If you put a raw apple into the ground, you get a tree. Its life force is still intact. And I want to be consuming as much foods with life force in it as possible so I can feel alive. And, cooked food is dead food, particularly animals. They're eating death. At my first raw restaurant in San Francisco, myself, and the staff were on raw 100% for months and months and months. And one day my brother cooked some pasta with some coconut sauce, and after we had eaten the cooked pasta, we were so tired. I just wanted to go to bed. And that was a feeling I had not felt since I started eating raw foods. Can you imagine that's what people do to themselves 3 times a day, sometimes more, and people wonder why they're sick, because when you're digesting food, first of all, digesting food requires so much energy. So when you're digesting food, all your energy is going to digesting food rather than healing whatever is ailing you. A little cancer crops up, well, your body can't deal with it and kill it, fight it, because it's busy digesting food. And the heavier the food, the longer and more energy it takes to digest. I think Marcus did a speech on fasting yesterday, and I just cannot say enough about fasting. How many people have fasted? Can you raise a hand? Wow, a lot. When I first fasted, this lady asked me, are you fasting for spiritual reasons? And I'm like, oh, whatever, spiritual. I was only 25 at the time. My third day, oh my God, I was like, oh my God, I feel so spiritual. I couldn't believe this. Among other things, okay, I had a feeling of clairvoyant. I was just so clear-headed, light. I needed 6 hours of sleep. I was fine. I was bouncing off the walls. Spontaneous bouts of hunger cause neurons to regrow in your brain, meaning that people that have Alzheimer's and problems with their mind are eating a bunch of food that they shouldn't be eating, and at night when our bodies should be resting in rest and healing mode, if you eat late, it's in digestion mode. Your brain, I learned, the scientist was talking how they found out that the brain, when you sleep at night, your brain goes to work cleaning itself. It's like cleaning up after a party that happened during the day. So your mind, your brain is cleaning and clearing itself of the clutter. If you eat heavy food, bad food, and late at night, how is your brain supposed to clear itself? No wonder Alzheimer's and dementia is at like an all-time high. The reason I'm so pushing this type of food is because our world has never been more toxic than it is now. And we need all the help we can get. I'm talking about our bodies need all the help we can get. So everything I put in my body, I want to make sure that it is helping it. And can you maybe pour the little bit of that sauce, the rest of that sauce in there? And when we eat cooked foods, it accelerates the aging process. And I'm not talking about just your face. I'm talking about every single part of your body. It doesn't know what to do with cooked food. When we eat raw food, it pulls the nutrients that our body craves, and it leaves us feeling light and airy. So here in this bowl, there is our lovely, beautiful healing herbs. I have mint, green onion. This is cilantro. And I'm going to put some purple cabbage. The darker, this is, you know, the darker your fruit or vegetable, the more loaded with antioxidants it is. And I love, as you guys saw, there was blackberries in your fruit salad. I love blackberries. It's my favorite berry because it's the darkest. And cabbage is so good. And there is a recipe in the cookbook. It's the Thai cabbage salad, the purple Thai cabbage salad of Marcus's. It is so good. Yeah, it is. And it is such a great way to get your purple cabbage in your body, because purple cabbage isn't like the most delicious, you know, kind of vegetable. It doesn't really get me that excited, but it does in stuff like this, or in, you know, the purple Thai cabbage salad. So this is just a great way and a delicious way to get all your antioxidants in your body. So, okay, so you have your huge bowl of herbs in there, and then you just pour the soup in. And there you go. So, little Giuliano, I was thinking, oh, this is my son, by the way, in case anybody doesn't know. And this is little Giuliano. And he's always helped me in all my restaurants. He's always been my pride and joy waiter and little helper. So, yeah, I don't know, can you do it that? Maybe you can go like this, I guess. Like that. That would be a perfect. So there's a little bit of herbs and everything. Okay. So that is the Thai soup, Bangkok Thai soup. The history of that was my brother's girlfriend made this delicious seaweed, a soup with nori seaweed. And it just was so delicious. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to try and make that. And I made this soup. And she said, oh my God, that soup is so good. And I go, no, it's not. It's not like your soup. And she just said, I love your soup more than my soup. And I'm like, I love your soup more than my soup. But this soup, my other brother, Giuliano, and his girlfriend were just so crazy about this soup. They're like, no, that's got to go on the menu. And I'm like, but that was a mistake. They're like, it's a great mistake, you know? So it's been very popular, so I really hope you guys enjoy it. And for those of you who don't get any, I'm sure there's going to be some Thai cabbage too, pasta. I'm sure everybody will be able to get a little bit of something, okay? So that was the soup, and the next thing is the Thai curry noodle. And that's did you see how fast and easy the soup was? That was pretty easy. And it's pretty darn delicious. No heat involved. Okay. So I'm going to start out with a zucchini. And the bigger the zucchini, the better. I just do not like dealing with the thin, small zucchinis unless I absolutely have to. And then maybe I'm like, well, I just don't even need to make the recipe. I'll wait till I can find some nice, larger ones. Because I only use the outer parts of the zucchini. You just press like that. See how you have those perfect? And then I just lay it down and then slice it like pasta. When you sprinkle it with a little bit of salt and let it marinate for a little bit, you get this amazing pasta. I'm sure some of you have tried zucchini pasta, but it is just so perfect for, you know, whatever sauce you want to put on it. Because it doesn't have that zucchini, it has barely any flavor whatsoever, and it is very pliable, just like al dente pasta. So the Thai curry noodle is, we start out with the noodles, and I make a sauce. So here's the here's the noodles, and then I have, again, this purple cabbage. It's a great and delicious addition to the noodle. And again, our Thai herbs. This is basil, for sure mint, and cilantro, and green onion. So now we have this bowl of beautiful, healthy herbs and veggies waiting to be dressed with something really flavorful, rich, and delicious. Is it all set? It is all set. If you guys want to come up maybe 1 by 1 or 2 by 2 and try some soup. I don't know about you guys, but when I am older, I do not want to be a burden on my loved ones. I don't want to be dependent on anybody. I don't want to accidentally slip and fall and break my hip and then have to be put down or something, because I still don't understand why people die after they break a hip like a horse. And I don't want dementia. And eating cooked food and animal products all accelerate and cause those things to happen to us. And it is so sad that so many people just cannot make the connection. And this is my life's purpose, to try and help and open people's eyes, as many as I can, to real life, because we're here to enjoy life, not to suffer and watch our loved ones die and leave our loved ones. I have 2 favorite people in the world, Marcus and my son, and I just want to be with those 2 people as long as possible. And the only way I can ensure that that is going to happen is if I eat this way. So I just implore you guys to, the ones that are eating animal products, get off of it. Cheese is the worst. It is milk times 100%. It's just so condensed and concentrated, and it's bad for you. It's horrible, a nightmare for the animals, and it's terrible for the planet. Eating this way is a win-win-win for everybody. You, the planet, and the animals. Thank you guys.